Hey, this is Jinzuro here, and welcome back to Vampyr. So, just woke up, so now we gotta see if we can find whoever this individual is who turned us.
Where is it? It's closed.
Oh, time to go.
These people want me dead. I need to leave now.
Here's the leech. Here!
Oh, I like.
My head's spinning.
Alright, yeah. First things first, before I move on, we got anything,
I cannot enter.
The door's locked. Okay, so nothing up here. It's always good to look for, what's this? Stake. Offhand weapons can be used by pressing Y. Okay, and I get a shelter key, apparently. Okay, what's this? Key to the shelter in Southwark. Okay, anything else in here? Nope.
I'm still in Southwark. I must reach the West End. Go back home.
Okay, I don't see it. Oh, it's a guy right here. Use Y to use stake and inflict stun damage. Stunned enemies can be bitten.
Die, vermin!
Oh, whoa. What was that? Oh, that was new. Okay, so I can do that now. An enemy provides you with blood to use skills and refills your health gauge. Don't mind if I
A strength I never knew I had.
Press RB to release vampiric skill. Okay, so wait a minute. I did see. Okay. Wait. So does that mean I can have more than one in the same slide? Oh, it looks. Okay, so I can have up to 4 abilities at a time. Actually, I'd rather have this for this trigger. Okay, so I do have to activate a Toffee. Okay, so that's not a passive healing ability then.
Not been bitten.
Can I sneak up on this guy? I like that. Oh, you got a gun. Oh, he's not dead.
This shouldn't be.
I need you to die, please. How dare you? Where are you? Okay. Oh, yeah. Forgot I can target him.
Every sinew, every fiber of my being is afire.
Okay, that wasn't too bad. Oh, yeah. Who are you?
Die, vermin!
Whoa, he can charge pretty good. Yeah, not good enough.
My strength. My reflexes.
Thank you for the shillings.
I'm not human anymore.
Take that. Thank you. Oh, yeah. I don't think I want to... That just takes me back up here, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. I don't need to go back up there. Yeah, I need to follow the Y. Oh, I almost missed this. Take those shillings. Okay, don't see anything else. Keep moving. saw something. Okay. I wish they made it so you can see things a bit more clearly as far as objects. Your king and country need you. Join the British ranks and help the brave lads at the front. Okay, so this is just propaganda. The king and country need you. Join the blank and help. It's just a more worn down version of the other.
Sister. If only I had controlled my need for blood. Mary, someone will pay for what happened to you. For what happened to us.
Oh, more shillings. Did I use up stamina when I do this jump? Okay, no.
The dizziness from the jump. I can now control it.
Okay, anything in here? Oh, more shillings. Oh, so some people use these abandoned, yeah, definitely abandoned areas as places to sleep. So I'm wondering at one point, I mean, did I just...
This is despicable.
Hey, that's the vampire life, man. You gotta adjust to this so we can
What
both
will
live.
London have to say to me?
Kinda wish I could jump naturally, though.
I've so many questions unanswered.
Oh, there's a lot of shillings just laying around. I guess it's not too bad if I could still spot it.
Another corpse. Have the very streets of London become a mausoleum? The man has been drained of all blood, but I can still smell the scent of it. I follow the scent's trail. Perhaps it will lead me to my assailant.
Vampires tempt us.
Fresh blood. The smell is so strong.
I like this a lot. Before I go checking out other places. Oh wait, can I go in here? Yeah, I can. Oh no.
It's locked.
Naturally, this door is locked, so I think I'm limited in the areas I can go to.
There is no one in sight.
I should probably stick to. I'm gonna stick to the story for right now. Instead
Where
of
has
wandering.
everyone gone?
Hideout. Oh, okay. You found a new hideout. Here you can spend your experience while resting and craft items at a workbench. Okay. Oh, what's this? Well, I don't have anything to refill. Oh, wait. I just remembered. I did get the gun. I gotta remember the other button is not useful for me. So, do I put it? Okay, yeah, I can attach it. I just don't have any ammunition. Oh, I can level it? Okay. It looks like I need parts in order to level it. So I need 2 springs and 3 common trigger parts. Okay. Okay, so apparently I can make, see, medical treatments to heal 6 citizens. Heal 6, okay, so I can't treat people. Serums to boost yourself. Okay, that's what the serums are for. And improve and customize your weapons. Alright. What's from talking about? What's this? Good resale value. This item can be recycled into components. Say no more. Can always have components. Alright. Anything else in this room before I jump in this bed? Oh, so we got something here. Common handle, common. I got one common trigger part. Doesn't look like there's anything else here. Okay, so I can jump to some other stuff. So, increase damage inflicted when biting. That would be useful. Increase life generation. I think right now my stamina is going to be the biggest issue starting off. Because I pretty much use stamina for just about everything. And if I'm going to be fighting like multiple enemies, that's going to be a need for that. So I think I'll focus on stamina for, you know, a bit. Going here. What? Oh, it's a lid glowing over here. I like that landing.
That's strange. The trail is very erratic, as if the killer was drunk or hesitant.
What's this? Torn off page of a diary. For looking away when they mock my color. I hate myself. For crying like a girl when they insult me. I hate myself. For swearing like a boy when they're gone. I hate myself. For hating my parents. I hate myself. For smiling when customers call me Sad Brina. I hate myself. For never finding the courage to tell Tom how I truly feel. I hate myself. Okay. So it's just, I guess it goes into the point of personal effects. So why is this highlighted still? I mean, that means I haven't found the shelter. Okay, so Sabrina hides her true feelings about her boss, Tom Watts. Yeah, but... Okay, who's Sabrina? And why is there's... Because it works out that stuff's in a trash can, but... Alright, let's just keep following this blood trail here. Oh, whoa, wait. Oh, I can see. Okay, so.
At last, a little life.
Oh, Sabrina, here she is.
Hello, sir. Are you alright? Is there any way I can help you?
I don't know. Maybe you could just talk to me.
Maybe you prefer to speak with Tom then. He's more agreeable talking to strangers.
I just want to talk. I didn't mean to scare you.
I'm not afraid, sir. It's just I've other customers to take care of.
I only see one customer.
Oh. Well, yeah, of course. I mean, I best check on them.
What's going on around here? Where is everyone?
Too many dead, sir. First the epidemic, and now all these terrible murders.
The murders? What can you say about them?
Bodies found in the streets every morning. Drained of blood. It's just horrible. Some say the sewer dog is back.
The sewer dog? What's that?
No one knows. People have always disappeared around these parts. The ancients say it's the sewer dog coming out to feed. But now he's killing in the streets.
What have you heard about the epidemic?
There's a Spanish flu. Yeah, killed so many last summer. Thought we'd seen the last of it. Dozens dying every week.
Are the authorities doing anything?
Nothing. There are so many quarantine zones in London now. It's gotten really hard to travel across town.
Okay.
What is this place?
This is Tom's bar, a turquoise turtle. I'm the barmaid here, Sabrina, if you want to know.
Are you always open this late at night?
No, it's only since the epidemic started. Tom thought that people may need a safe place to stay.
You don't seem to have much business. Where is everybody?
Well, most people are sleeping right now. And those that are awake tend to avoid going out. What with the murders and all.
I'll leave then. Thank you.
Okay, so, oh, so apparently I can look more into her details. Blood quality. Oh. So that means I can dabble a little bit of, blood quality of citizens is largely influenced by their health and the number of hints you gather before embracing him or her. Oh. So I'm guessing I can get a lot of experience from Pillar. But then, oh, so I'm guessing that means like Pillar of Community. I guess this means citizen menu. Menu. That's funny from a vampire perspective. Mesmerize level. I'm quite sure what that means. So I'm guessing health status means for overall for the area. So I'm guessing. Oh, okay. So, I guess that puts in more to how the areas are. Okay. So who are you?
Good evening, sir. I wondered if I could ask for your help.
Wow, you look like you need a drink.
Yes. I apologize for my outfit. It's been a long night.
Been there, seen that. Don't worry, things can only get worse.
Oh, aren't you Ray of Sunshine?
Has anybody entered the bar recently?
Can't say. Sorry. I spent the night making love to that gorgeous bottle, see?
This is important, sir. Are you sure no one has come in here in the last few hours?
I don't know and I don't care. This is a free country. People still have the right to come and go, don't they?
What's going on around here? It's like everybody is hiding.
You must be new here. Have you not heard about the murders? Everybody fears the return of the sewer dog.
Who is this sewer dog?
It's the local bogeyman. Convenient answer for every crime that happened for decades. You murdered someone, blame the sewer dog, eh?
You make it sound like it's a fairy tale.
People will always believe in monsters. It's easier than accepting their own darkness. We can all be monsters.
I'll leave you to your bottle then.
Wait, didn't he have some
Hello,
other?
sir. May I disturb you again?
And you're still ugly as sin.
Oh well, I guess he didn't have anything else to say.
I'll leave you to your bottle then.
Okay, what about you, bartender?
My God, sir, you look like Jonah's whale just spat you out of hell. Can I get you a drink?
No, thank you. I'm not thirsty.
Well, grab a chair and get some rest. This is going to be another long night.
Where am I? Where is this place?
You're at my bar, sir, the Turquoise Turtle. The last ray of light in this dangerous part of town.
Aren't you scared?
Scared of what? All the bad shit happens out on the foggy streets. And I never go outside.
So you're open all night?
Yep. Figured people might need a place to rest in these dark times.
Why is it going to be a long night?
You must be new around here. Don't you know about the murders?
Tell me more about these murders.
Every morning for the last few weeks, bodies have been found. And those poor sods didn't die of flu.
Do the police have any leads on a suspect?
Even before the outbreak, coppers never came round here. We're on our own. People die in these parts all the time, and no one cares.
I'm looking for someone who might have passed through here recently. Wondered if you might help.
It's been quiet tonight. The only other person I've seen went straight up to his room. Thought it was kind of rude, actually.
You mean he's still here?
Well, yeah. He paid for the entire week.
How long has he been here?
He rented the room a few days ago and didn't say when he'd leave.
Who is this man? What does he look like?
Well, like a gentleman, I guess. Well-dressed, quite polite. A professor or something fancy like that. Always writing, reading notes.
I need to meet this man. I have questions.
Just climb the stairs and knock on the first door. I heard him open his window, so I guess he's still awake. And,
Yes?
no funny business. You hear me? This is a respectable establishment.
I feel like I've heard that in just about like every game. Every game's a respectable establishment.
It's locked, all right.
I think drink no longer stirs me.
Okay, so before I go upstairs, let's see if there's anything down here to take or pilfer and whatnot.
I hope I live long enough to see them.
You don't mind if I'm back here, do you?
coming to them.
Not long ago, this sort of mess would have given me a laugh.
Okay, no, doesn't matter if I'm behind. Okay. Look out back real quick. Alright, so nothing around here. Let's go upstairs.
It's a good thing you cannot see me now, Mum.
This is no place for you. Prewen has several patrols roaming the area.
They do not pursue me.
But they're looking for vampires, and they're most efficient.
They'll not relent until the killer has been identified.
I have a common objective, but I require...
I think someone is eavesdropping.
Are you certain? You might as well come in, whoever you are.
Slowly, vampire. Who are you? I mean you no harm, saith the vampire. Present yourself.
I need a word. Anyone.
Well, that's something I can do for you.
The faith is strong.
And who...
Well, looks like he's got some troubles. Whew, he's got some good blood quality.
Who might you be?
I'm not sure that I know anymore.
Might I at least learn the reason of your presence?
That's none of your concern.
Sir, you have entered my room in the middle of the night, pale as a corpse and shaking like a tree. So please, indulge me.
Someone is molesting people. In fact, killing them. Biting them.
The calling card of a vampire. Like you.
I've been hunted down in the streets and attacked. I'm a victim here too.
I believe you.
Then if you are not a vampire, who or what are you?
Dr. Edgar Swansea of the Brotherhood of St. Paul. I'm performing an independent investigation here in an attempt to understand precisely what is going on.
And what exactly is this Brotherhood?
Sir, if the name is not familiar to you, then we shall discuss it another time.
I heard another voice, that of a woman. Who were you talking to?
Ridiculous. I've no idea what you're talking about.
Something tells me not to trust you.
Then the feeling is mutual.
What have you uncovered concerning the murders?
It started a few nights ago. Rumors of violent murders. The docks have always been, shall we say, somewhat unsavory. But this is different.
How different?
A vampire is at work here. Famished. Reckless. It must be brought to ground, and quickly.
Then help me find the culprit.
I may. If you'll first tell me why you opened this door.
I followed a trail. The scent of blood from a recent victim. It led me here.
You thought I was your aggressor. That explains a great deal. We're both chasing the same shadow.
I don't know, so, should I go with...
This is all new to me. I'm not even certain what I'm looking for.
You should let me handle this affair. You've no idea what you're up against.
No. I will find the monster. He is mine.
How will you do any better than I? But then let me ask you this. What are your intentions if you find the killer?
He seems the type that will want answers.
I will at last have the answers to my questions.
Then I can only wish you good hunting. And pray we shall meet again.
Okay, so that's it on that. You have anything? Oh, I saw this glow. I'll take your shillings. I'm sure you won't mind. So, oh wait, there's blood over there. Okay. To track the killer and interrogate the locals. So I guess
If
I
Swansea is not my attacker, it means somebody else came here tonight. Someone must know something.
Guess I'll talk to them again.
Evening, sir. Can I help you?
I have a few questions for you.
Well, if you must.
I spoke to Dr. Swansea. He's not the man I'm looking for. Now, I want the truth.
The truth? What do you mean?
I suspect that someone else was here tonight. And I don't think Tom wants to tell me about it.
I'm just the barmaid here, okay? If Tom says you're the only visitor we had, then you're the only visitor we had.
I can feel your fear, madam. Please, tell me what's going on.
It's Will. William Bishop. He came in here earlier tonight and he... Well, I thought he was going to clock someone.
What happened tonight?
He was dead drunk, as usual. But my God, his eyes. His face. He must have caught something awful. He shouted and cried. It was terrible.
Why are you so afraid?
I mean, his skin. His hands. I scrubbed every glass and every chair that he touched. God, I hope it's not contagious.
Tell me about this William Bishop.
Will was a sailor who worked at the canning factory before he lost that job. A nice bloke, really. He's never been violent. Until tonight.
Why keep it a secret? Why not tell me about it?
Tom's nothing if not loyal. After Will lost his job, he offered him one ear. They used to be good mates. But recently, well... Will started to get very aggressive.
I see. Thank you for your candor. I'll be sure to talk to Tom.
Okay, so Tom and William Bishop used to be good friends. Okay, so I'm guessing the more substantial they are to the community, the better their blood quality. So taking out the basically the people that hold the community together would cause it to basically just dump into so I can get more experience, but at the cost of these people's lives. So that's a moral play. Did you know anything else?
Hello, sir. May I disturb you again?
And you're still ugly as sin.
No, he doesn't
I'll
know
leave you
anything
to
else.
your bottle then.
Alright, so it's just Tom.
Welcome back. Did you find what you were after?
I can't say I have. Are you sure no one else came into your bar before I arrived?
Hey, I told you, you were the only other stranger I've had.
Tom, talk to me about the visit from your old friend, William.
Yes, Will came by tonight, but he's not my friend anymore.
Why lie to me if he is not your friend?
I didn't lie. I said you were my only unannounced customer, and that's the truth.
Who is he?
William. Just an old sailor who loves his gin too much. He worked for years at the canning factory before it closed.
Is he dangerous?
Yeah. Like many drunks, he's all bark and no bite. He can barely stand up most of the time.
How was he tonight? Was he different?
Sicker than usual, perhaps. He whined and mumbled about how mean people were to him and how he'd like to talk to me outside, and then he left when I refused.
I need to find him. It's a matter of urgency. Do you know where he is?
You could try his boat. It's up by the North Pier. He sleeps there when he's too drunk to get home.
Please describe him to me.
What'd you expect? He's a tall, sick bastard with a bad rash and torn old clothes. William used to be strong. Now he's a mess.
Thank you, Tom.
If you see him, tell him I don't want him back here unless he cleans up his act, okay?
Okay, so now it's a matter of tracking the killer. So I guess he came through here.
I will get to the bottom of this intrigue. What's been done to me, to this city.
Well, that explains if he went into the bar and he is sort of like a, oh, it's going over here. It says, your army needs you. Join in once today. Would you like to know more? Ask at the nearest recruiting station. Kind of reminds me of, what was that bug movie? I can't recall off the top of my head. It's, man, why is it so hard to remember? Join the Royal Fleet today. Would you like to know more? Oh man, this is I wish I could remember that movie off the top of my head. Okay, there's none in there. Okay, where did I see? There it is. Yeah, blood trail comes over here. Doesn't look like there's anything in these other boats. So, let's check this out.
The body is still warm. This man has just been drained of blood. This man was armed. He tried to defend himself. This corpse has been dried of its blood, just like the previous victim. Blood and empty gin bottles. This bishop fellow is something of a heavy drinker.
Maybe that's why he drinks so much as a vampire.
What's this? Some sort of note.
October from G. McCullum, Docks Patrols. Object: multiple deaths in the docks region. We believe a nasty leech is involved. Locate the beast, purge it in quickly. Warning: according to the recent reports, this vampire is very violent. Approach with extreme caution. I know we like men in this part of town, but we don't send rookies to investigate the case. If I'm correct, we've got a frenzied one killing each night. As always, search abandoned places for first, like old houses, basements, sewers, or warehouses. Destroy the Leech brothers. Oh,
These men, they're a company of professional vampire hunters. There are blood splats on the other side of the canal. I must reach that barge.
Alright. Thing over here? No. So we gotta follow this trail. Oh. Okay, yeah, we got some. Yo, that's was showing resistances. So doesn't like he has any resistances to anything. Silently. Yeah. Anybody hear that? No? Okay. Oh, I got bullets now. Press Y to use ranged weapons and inflict both standard damage and stun damage. Be aware that your ammo is limited.
Ammunition crate. Good. I may need a lot of bullets. I feel like I'm back on the front line again.
Oh, okay, that's how you switch. Alright, anything else down here? Oh, okay. I like that. Still look around. Oh, there's a guy over there. Looks like he's weak against... oh, so he's resistant against shadow. I'm guessing what the red means is they're more resistant to it. So Let's get you targeted. I guess we can try out the gun. I guess do I aim with Y? Oh. Okay, that's a nice combination. Yeah, I can get the hang of this. What else we have up here? Oh, I see something glowing. Some more shillings. I still don't know what I'd be using shillings for. Alright, let's head. Oh, I saw some glowing over here. What's in here? Okay, ammunition powder. Some blood trail here. To spot enemies around and display their. Yeah, okay. Oh, here we go. So enemies are more resistant to certain types of damage. There are 4 types of resistances. Orange indicates a medium resistance. Red indicates a high resistance. Okay, so he's resistance against guns. He's weak against blood attacks, though. So I can't tell if I'm looking at his back or that's his front. Okay, is he the only one over here? Looks like it.
Crush the leech! There's one of them. It's on to us.
Oh crap.
Burn him! That's what you do with bleed. Get your weapons ready! We found one! Murdering bastard!
Oh.
Find his teeth! No!
Okay, I'm out of ammo here. Okay, that worked out. Oh, he did have some. He had some bullets on him. Okay, got all that. Oh, nice. Okay. What's up here? So he's resistant against bullets, but not blood. Is he gonna see me? Got him. Alright. Anyone else down here? Oh, got something right here. Hold up now. You sawed-off shot. Yeah, so I got way more materials too. Okay. Wait, does that mean? Can I switch between both of these? Yeah, but I don't want to just have it strictly shotgun, and I get more ammunition from. That would be way useful. I get more bullets with this, so I have to wait till I level the other one more. Okay, I think I already got everybody in here, so let's look around a bit. Alright, got me some more bullets. What's this? New practices new tactics. I know that some of our companions consider the best advantage we have in our fight against leeches is that they can't go out during the day. Thus we can hunt them down when they hide, powerless in their sleep. This is a rookie mistake. First, because vampires are clever, and they have countless ruses and tricks to avoid being spotted in their den. Second, because they deploy many deadly traps to kill any intruders in what they consider their most precious sanctuary. It would cost us too much men and too much time to explore and eradicate vampires in their hideouts. The best tactic is to follow and destroy them when they really are vulnerable, when they hunt at night. It is much easier to attack them then, for they can easily be spotted. That's why the Guard of Priwen must evolve and deploy new tactics to hunt leeches. Small and mobile troops, tactics based on technological advantages, modern communications. We can learn many things from the war in France. A new strategy, new equipment, new weaponry, grenades, white phosphorus, ultraviolet light, bulletproof vests, and flamethrower. It is time for the Guard to embrace the 20th century. From A New War by Geoffrey McCullum, Priwen leader. Good to know about you guys' sound tactics. So I guess it's when they were burning bodies. Oh, I can see some rats over here. Okay.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Oh, there's a guy over here. Okay, he's facing the opposite direction. Good. Oh, he died quick. Thank you. There was some shotgun shells. Oh, perfect, another hideout. Alright, what do we have in here? Okay, and a handle part. There's a workbench. Do I have enough to... No, I need... Wait, so... Just saying I need 3 common trigger? Okay. Oh, I can upgrade this? So I need a part that's basically on the same level as... Okay, that makes sense. Oh, I got enough to upgrade this. Okay. Increase damage dealt by 10%. Decrease stamina consumption by 10%. So what's more important, stamina or... I like damages. Because it says blank or blank, so I'm guessing I can only choose one. I chose that one. Oh, fatigue. Use it to cure sick. Okay. So fatigue, anemia, sepsis. Okay, so I know a little bit more now. That's good. Oh, what's this? Some more shillings. I'll take the refill. Let's see how much experience we have. Okay, so... Am I having issues with my stamina right now? No, I'm not. I'm not having any issues with my stamina. So I'll be level 6 too. Okay, so I'm also held back by levels as well. Increase blood capacity. go back on my health. I like the idea of doing a bit more damage. Alright, there we go. A little bit more damage with the bite. It's also 300, so I think I'll increase my health. Well, when I know there's issues with my level of health, I'll work on that. Alright, so let's continue searching for this other vampire.
This is despicable.
Oh, these guys came back. Well, that's good for me because I do need the experience. Did they hear that? You really didn't hear that?
Leech spotted! Watch out! Murdering bastard! Bloody leech!
That's right. Oh, okay. Good, you guys do have some more stuff on you. Kind of like the fact that they do respawn. Yeah, I might as well go ahead and take these guys on too.
Best stage, watch yourselves! You're perfect, eh, ugly fucker!
That'll do. Okay, take these. Oh yeah, you don't get a lot of experience for these guys. Just 10 experience. And it doesn't make it feel worth it to actually go after them when you think about that. Follow the blood trail, okay.
Fresh blood. The whole building reeks of it. The scent is so strong it makes me dizzy.
As one, we shall overcome this. We've done it before.
We'll drink outside tonight already, and it is
Whoa, Scythe? Equip a two-handed weapon for us. The Scythe, for instance, can be used to parry an incoming attack, inflicting heavy stun damage if timed correctly. Gave me a Scythe. Oh yeah, definitely does way more damage, but it also uses a lot more stamina. This weapon ability is parry. Let's give it a try. Oh, I see what it means. It takes up both these slots. Y to parry attacks.
This place reeks of bloodshed.
William, my arm. I can't feel it.
This creature is bedeviled. I must put it down.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. He's bludgeoning. What does that mean? It wouldn't stick reinforced with a. Wait, did I just get another weapon? I did just get another weapon. It wouldn't stick reinforced with a metal bot destined to crush skulls and bones. Oh, so I just accidentally picked up another one. Check on the victim. Before I check on this victim,
Stop.
I need to check this guy's hideout a bit and see if I can find anything else. There's nothing worse than not looking around and then the story progresses. Okay, here we go.
William was an honorable man. I could have saved him.
Mr. Hampton, are you in there?
I knew him well, another lost soul, a kindred spirit.
Sir, listen to the sound of my voice. I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock.
I must return to my flock. They'll stray without me.
Remember, certain skulls are every bit as resistant as we are.
Who are you? What do you mean by Skal?
You truly are a newborn. I should have realized.
Wait. You are the woman from the bar. Are you like me? Can you help me?
I believe, sir, I already have.
No, can't argue there.
By George and the Saints, you've solved the mystery of these terrible murders.
Just roll up in a
Patience,
boat.
good fellows, I've come to offer help. Just give me a moment to secure my boat. We can leave this awful place.
William was not the evil man they claimed. He was just taken by the thirst. He needed this drink.
This man requires medical attention. We'll see he gets to the nearest hospital.
No, please, I must tend to my fold. My flock needs me.
There, sir. Go with the good Dr. Swansea. He's resourceful, and I'm sure he'll take good care of you.
You'd best come as well. The sun is soon to rise, and you'll need a place to rest.
I just need a moment. If I can learn something about what has happened to William, I'll be a step closer to understanding what happened to me.
Okay, so I gotta check the body. Okay.
This poor creature can't be my maker. Could it be some subspecies of vampire? I must find a place to analyze the blood.
Okay, so. Oh, so Sean Hampton is the pillar of this community. Okay. Treat fatigue. Okay, so I can cure him of fatigue. So I guess the best thing to do would just be to take out the lesser pillars of the community. I just picked up something. I know I did. I don't know if I like this scythe or not. Yeah, I rather. Let's 64. It only gives like 1 point more. I'd rather just keep this, and then I can have both of my weapons here. I mean, would there be a need to increase damage dealt? Okay, so I'll stick with those. Naturally, don't have my ultimate yet. I know I just picked up an item, so maybe it's in my bag. There it is. Okay, just a fresh sample. Alright, let's head out. That's one lazy way to steer. It's nice though. You can just sit there, chill, relax.
Where are we headed?
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... What manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? What... Who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that skull. You must know who she is.
And I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy. Were London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal? If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea?
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stone, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself, Dr. Reid.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reid, a surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it. I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reid. Marvelous.
Have we met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
That word, again. From a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
Of that, you are right.
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this... affliction.
Dr. Reid, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed, and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes. So, what do you say?
It seems I have little choice. But yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Dr. Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy?
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reid here has just returned from the front. He served King and Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes. Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
These stab are clothes. Oh, okay, so before I go.
You bastard! You can do now! It's my turn!
Whoa.
Rotten or pristine, each heart contains the seeds of life. Drink at this river, try it all.
Ooh. Why am I looking at this river?
Gosh, that hurts. Oh, come on, you bastard. I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse.
Click Cox. Wait a minute, dude. Should I dabble? Yeah, he just killed somebody, actually.
Insult me again and I'll put an end to your misery right now.
All right, sorry. I am in pain here. My guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reid.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
What quality is how much XP you attain from a particular system. The higher the bulk quality, the more XP you get. Okay. To drink the blood of your prey, first need to mesmerize them. Okay.
Bring this fading light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance of life and death.
bastard! Didn't have the guts to fight me. Fuck you. I'll kill you. I'll kill you.
Well. I only get the minor ones.
To taste a life, to embrace its most intimate secrets. Such a burden, such a divine sin.
Well, in this case, from what I saw, he just murdered somebody, so. I don't mind dabbling in his blood. Okay, so we got. Okay, so we got people set up outside as well.
Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
I apologize, nurse. I needed some time to myself. This has been the longest and strangest night of my life.
You delivered poor Mr. Hampton from a terrible fate. The means to that end should be of little concern, Doctor.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reid. Your office has been prepared.
I would like to ask a few questions first. And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in, how does he fare?
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. Poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
What kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
Apologies, I've only just met him the once. This is sudden. I've only just returned to England.
Dr. Swansea is a brilliant surgeon and the most compassionate physician.
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I do about him.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
If you could point me in the direction of my room again, nurse.
Second floor of the hospital, left after the stairs. It's the last vacant office at the end of the corridor.
That'll do.
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
Who's this guy?
Good evening, sir.
So it is true. The famous Dr. Reid has joined us. I can't think of any better news during these terrible times.
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes. We met once before, at the Rockefeller University in New York.
Dr. Tippett, yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary bypasses. He had nothing but praise for you.
He was also very confident about your future. And look at you now. Eminent surgeon and blood transfusion specialist.
What is the Pembroke Hospital situation? And please, speak freely.
This hospital is not exactly the best of London. I'm sure you are used to working in a better environment.
It's more than enough. In any case, the personnel of a hospital are much more important to me than the building.
Don't be misled by appearances, Dr. Reid. This hospital does not lack talented people. It just lacks hope.
What can you tell me about the staff in the hospital?
Some are really good, and others are not so good. But during this troubled period, there is no time for slander. I prefer to focus on the positive character traits.
Tell me more about cherished people, then.
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl. She is the most helpful and dedicated nurse I've ever worked with. A clever and cheerful woman.
You really seem to admire her skills.
I'll go even further. If she was a man, she would be a damn fine practitioner.
Any opinion about the management?
I don't always agree with Dr. Swansea's reserve, but I must admit he does all he can to keep this facility running during this crisis.
Ah yes, the burden of command. I was fed up with this concept while serving as a medical officer.
Don't get me wrong. Swansea's a good administrator. I just wish he would get out of his office now and again.
Okay. So I need more information for the other stuff. Okay.
Goodbye, Dr. Tibbets.
Brannigan is overqualified as a nurse. Well, I definitely don't want to take out any of the doctors. Okay.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reid. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reid. I'm Milton Hooks, the ambulance driver for this shithole of a hospital.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reid. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war, and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reid. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
Milton, my man.
How is the situation around here?
You want to hear the situation is all right? It's fucking awful. We lack everything, and it's getting worse every day.
Are you really smuggling weapons through the hospital?
And why not? I've already been attacked by patients, you know. And by gang members willing to steal my money.
But you're not defending yourself. You're selling guns to civilians.
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor. I offer them another way to protect their health.
So what do you do exactly in this hospital? Apart from smuggling guns, I mean.
I've been an ambulance driver since... too long, I guess. I'll bring sick people here night and day. It's a dirty job, but I get it done. Most of the time.
Since you're on the front line, how is the sanitary situation in this vicinity?
It's a complete disaster. It's even getting dangerous to enter some streets or buildings. Even the locals attack you.
It sounds like things have been a bit rough recently. What's happened?
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient I was bringing in. I escaped through the hospital's garden, but I lost my wallet when I was running.
You left an infected patient outside the hospital? That's incredibly dangerous.
Go there yourself if you want, but be careful, Doctor. I'd rather not bring your dead body back.
Trust me, I'll be good. Oh, Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. Okay. Wait, what's this? Medical checkup. Oh, I can look. Oh, I see. Yeah, I'm not trying to mesmerize him, though. Okay. Personal questions, none.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reid. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
Let me see what he's packing here. Oh, so he sells materials. Milton shotgun. A double-barreled shotgun possessed by Milton Hooks. Probably obtained as a payment for... Okay. So I can get ammunition from them. Oh, I can sell this. Yeah, I'll go ahead and sell this to him. Valuable wedding ring that belonged to Clay Cox. Okay. Alright, so that matter's taken care of. Somebody else. Spoke to him already. Here we go.
Good evening, nurse. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reid, the new surgeon here at the Pembroke.
Dr. Swansea has already told us about you, sir. I'm Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan. Welcome to the Pembroke Hospital.
Did he really? It's a good thing I wasn't hoping to keep a low profile.
All members of staff have already read about your new blood transfusion technique. Dr. Swansea made sure of that.
I see. Well, I'm a little surprised, but I suppose I'll just have to deal with this unexpected notoriety.
You must know, blood transfusions are Dr. Swansea's primary subject of research. He is convinced it is the future.
How are things here?
Not good, to say the least. We're struggling against an invisible enemy, more lethal than any bullet from a gun. It's hard, Doctor.
An invisible enemy? Quite a poetic term for a disease, especially from a nurse.
Sorry, Doctor. These last few weeks have been exhausting. We could all do with a good night's sleep.
Do you think this hospital can survive the epidemic?
We are all volunteers here, and we're trying to hold fast, but how do we beat an invisible killer? Some nurses have already resigned.
I'm not familiar with all the staff yet. Perhaps you could help me.
Brilliant professionals, most of them. Dr. Swansea has a gift for recruiting talent.
Most of them. Is there a problem I should know about, nurse?
It would be inappropriate for me to speak ill of a colleague.
Is there anyone that stands out?
Well, I have never met someone as dedicated as Dr. Tippett. He should be a standard for us all here. If only he were younger.
Why should his age be a problem?
I guess it's fair to say he's always pushing himself to the limits. He just doesn't know when to stop and get some rest.
Nurse Brannigan, if you do know something, please tell me. Anything you say will be held in confidence.
No. I may disagree with some conduct, but in the end, everybody is doing their best.
Okay. So I got one note.
Do you require medical assistance, nurse?
Thank you for your concern, but I'm fine.
Oh, so I can give a checkup on some people. Okay. So for the most part, this area is healthy.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Okay, so I can give a checkup on people. Who are you? We got two more people, a couple more unknowns. They seem to be inside, though. It's good to bit of a tab on everybody. Let me check with him again.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Goodbye, Milton.
Okay, he's healthy, so I wouldn't need to check him. Okay, that's him.
Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research. Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think we've been introduced yet. My name is Pippa Hawkins.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reid. Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
How would you describe the situation at the Pembroke Hospital?
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and patients. We are running out of everything.
You must get a hold of yourself, nurse.
Sorry, I'm exhausted. No one has any idea when this epidemic will be over.
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu won't last forever. Even the Black Plague didn't kill everyone.
I wish I could believe you. But what if this epidemic was worse? What if in the end, nobody was spared?
How long have you been a nurse?
Well, long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how qualified you are, don't tell me you'll change that.
You'd be surprised what dedication can achieve, Nurse Hawkins. In medicine, sometimes we're just a test result away from a miracle.
Sorry, Doctor. I don't want to sound bitter, but I'm just too tired to give a pep talk like Nurse Brannigan.
How is the Pembroke staff coping with the epidemic?
Well, not well. Milton, the ambulance driver, is even more grumpy than usual, especially concerning doctors.
Why is Milton grumpy on a daily basis? Is it just an act?
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about a bad reputation, whether he deserved it or not.
Why does Milton dislike doctors?
I don't know. Just ask him. But be warned, Milton is not the chatty type.
Okay, she's still a bit healthy. Okay, so we got all I could get out of her. Well.
Good evening, sir. Can I help you?
Unless you're here to fix my face. No. I don't think you can help me.
I'm Dr. Reid. I've recently taken the position of head surgeon here. War injuries, am I right?
You guessed right, Doctor. German shell took my pretty little mug right off. But they still call me Thomas Elwood.
How is your stay with us, Mr. Elwood?
Oh, it's bliss. I just escaped death in the trenches to be surrounded again by the moans of the dying.
Can I ask you precisely why you're a patient here?
It's the pain, sir. The drugs don't work. It just hurts under the scars, if you get my drift.
Can I do anything for your pain?
Nurses gave me a bunch of pills. No effect. Told you. It's like the flames are under my skin, burning away.
Who is treating you? Is someone in particular looking after your case?
Nobody since the old and tired doctor spoke to me. Started to think I was forgotten about. Wouldn't blame you.
You don't seem worried by that.
My face hurts so much more when I smile or cry. I've learned it's easier not to speak. But be assured I'm smiling inside.
Soldier, do you need assistance?
I'm fine. Just do something for this pain, will you? That's all I'm asking.
Okay. Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
Okay, so his issue is pain. I think I probably got to talk to him.
Hampton. How do you feel?
Dr. Reid, is it? Oh, Sora, I must apologize for my behavior.
What do you mean?
I was not myself in the factory. Fear and exhaustion made me say awful things to you, I'm afraid.
You remained perfectly nice and polite. A little delirious, perhaps. But who wouldn't be after enduring an abduction?
Thank you, Doctor. That's a relief. Now all I need to do is rest and return to my flock.
How did you end up in William Bishop's den?
I had received alarming news about his recent behavior. I went to his place and he refused to let me go.
Why did he abduct you?
William was an alcoholic. His addiction suddenly changed to blood. I don't know why. Just like a patient I met here. This Miss Hawcroft.
You dared to enter this awful place alone. You're a hero, Mr. Hampton. Or a fool.
I'm just a man trying to help his friends, Dr. Reid. William Bishop was a conflicted soul, searching for light.
What is the general situation in the East End docks?
The situation has always been tough, with a lot of tensions between the gangs and the dockers' trade union. The Wet Boot Boys are very nervous since they lost their leader.
Who leads the gang now?
Since Clay Cox went missing, it's his wife Edwina who runs the show, with the assistance of her minion, Booth Digby.
Has the gang been threatening you?
Ah, no. I've had this nickname for so long, you know, the sad saint of the East End. No one dares to bug a saint, not even criminals.
Well, I took care of Cox.
Do you know Tom Watts, the bartender from the Turtle? I met him before I found you in the canning factory.
Tom? Yes, of course. Always the helping hand, good old Tom. Without men like him, corruption and despair would have wiped out the East End long ago.
People are still in despair.
How could it be otherwise? The authorities have left us all to rot in this contagious nightmare. No drugs, no advice, nothing. It's a damn shame.
Who should I avoid in this part of town, then? Any particularly evil figures?
Not really. Most men and women are just doing their best. And it's not my habit to speak ill of people I know, Doctor.
Okay, so it was good I took him out then.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Hampton? I can't help but notice the cross around your neck.
I manage a night asylum for the poor and homeless of the docks. And I try to guide the lost and hesitant on the right path to our Lord.
Are you a priest, Mr. Hampton? A deacon, maybe?
Not at all, Doctor. I'm just a man of faith willing to preach the good word.
Why didn't you use your cross against William Bishop? To repel him somehow?
That's a very strange question, Doctor. A cross is no magical token, if that's what you were trying to say. Not mine, anyway.
So I didn't have the, I wouldn't say he didn't have the faith, but he didn't think to actually do that.
Have you made friends since you arrived?
Not really, but I recognize Miss Harriet Jones. I knew her when she lived by the docks. That poor woman had such a miserable life.
You never came to see her here at Pembroke? Receiving visits when sick can be an important part of the healing process, you know. We're not just bodies.
You're preaching to the converted now, Doctor. To be truly honest, I thought she was dead. She left the docks many months ago.
How do you feel, Mr. Hampton? Medically speaking, I mean.
I feel exhausted. Beyond exhaustion, actually. William drank so much of my blood in his madness. I feel empty.
You're in good hands here. Dr. Swansea is well versed in blood transfusion, and I'm sure he'll take the best care of you.
Thank you, sir. I believe all I need is rest. And then I can go back to the people who need me.
If you don't turn. I'm beginning to wonder at some point he's gonna turn or something.
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. We'll talk again later.
Alright, take to the hospital, find an office. Find your office on the second floor, enter the backyard garden. Okay, who are you?
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reid, the new surgeon at the Pembroke Hospital. And who are you?
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal. You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg your pardon?
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, Dr. Reid, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
Oh, well.
And why do you believe you're a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I feel within this hollow shell of flesh.
Please, describe to me how you feel. What is it like to be a vampire?
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades. I sense the last pulse of postulant blood within my drying veins. I need new blood.
I see. Have you ever heard of Cotard's syndrome, Miss Howcroft?
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cotard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefying, that they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul, or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and petty mortal. You can't even begin to understand the concept of immortality. And you think it is I who am delusional.
Yes, I do.
I'm assuming you must be a patient here. Am I right, Miss Howcroft?
It's only a cover. To hide from my enemies. I can leave whenever I want. As a woman, a spirit, fog, or bat.
Who are these enemies you mentioned? Can you describe them?
I cannot say for sure. But I sense their eyes on me from nearby. I feel them watching me every time I visit the garden near the morgue.
The staff here are not your enemy. They're here to help you, to care for you.
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white.
I'm speaking of the men and women who hunt me. For I am a vampire.
I see. Don't worry. These people will not find you here. I'll personally make sure they leave you alone.
Thank you, mortal. But do not interfere with them, for you are no match for those that hunt me.
Wrong target. Okay, new investigation. Oh, she almost hide from the mental illness. She's particularly not healthy.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
I wonder what your last thoughts would be, sir.
Okay, so I spoke to these. So I guess I can basically, so long as the area is so long as the area is healthy enough. Okay, good, look at that. It's 97%. So basically, if I can find a balance and make sure that, you know, the health of the community does not drop, I can just pick and choose who I'd want to drink from to basically increase my my abilities even further. So yeah, I took out Clay Cox. We didn't need Clay Cox around. So definitely, I'm gonna have to pick my targets, and like some of them definitely will have to stay. Others are gonna have to go, like this guy right here. You had to go, Cox. You had to go. Alright, so let's see who else we can find around here. Okay, we got some people in here.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reid. I believe we're going to be colleagues.
Reid? Yes, I've been informed about your arrival. I'm Waverly Ackroyd. Welcome aboard, I suppose.
Does my arrival inconvenience you in some way, Dr. Ackroyd?
Let us just say that I don't particularly share Dr. Swansea's enthusiasm for hiring you. What we need here are reliable professionals, not overrated dabblers.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get you.
If you have a problem with me, Dr. Ackroyd, please feel free to tell me.
Dr. Swansea has imposed your presence on this hospital without asking anyone's advice. The benefit of his position. But I don't agree with it.
I know we've never met before, but I believe this hospital could use all the help it can get. You will agree with that, I'm sure.
Oh, but I have heard about you, Dr. Reid. Of course, you can't say the same about me, since I have not wasted my time courting the press.
There is no need for such animosity between us. Don't you think the epidemic is already enough to deal with?
That is one point we could agree on. And that is precisely why I want to be sure that you will be of help to this hospital, instead of a burden.
Since your tenure in this hospital is longer than mine, perhaps you can tell me more about this place.
Let's just say I'm tired of the carelessness around me. I have always respected the skills of Dr. Swansea, but over time his enthusiasm has become displaced.
Carelessness? Exactly what are you talking about?
We're here to save lives. The people who trust us are not volunteering for experimentation. They're here to be healed.
I don't intend to run any radical experiments, Doctor. Even if I, as any good practitioner should, express an interest in pushing the boundaries of medical research.
Modern medical methods were created through audacity and ego. But there are rules in our line of work, and they're here to protect our patients.
Okay, so I got more. I need to find out more about this Waverly guy to decide whether or not I'd want to keep him around.
I don't know what you've heard about me, but I have already proved my value as a practitioner.
I don't question your skills, Dr. Reid, but your motive. Is it money, fame, or are you truly dedicated?
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
I served in the war just like you. But unlike you, I did not use the wounded to play the modern sorcerer.
Be careful what you insinuate, Dr. Ackroyd.
I only want you to admit you used those men to improve your theories.
This is ridiculous. My blood transfusion technique saved many lives, and you know it.
You see? That is exactly what I hate about people like you. You avoid this kind of accusation instead of facing reality.
It seems you have bad memories of your military service.
I refuse to see this industrial slaughter as scientific progress. War only reveals the worst in men.
We can at least agree on something, Dr. Ackroyd. Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
Alright, so just spoke to him. I already spoke to Dorothy Crane. Or did I? Yes, I did. Alright.
What can I do for you, Doctor?
No, I didn't want to. I
Miss Crane.
didn't want to talk to you, Miss Crane. I wanted to talk to this fellow. Come here.
Good evening, Doctor. I believe we're going to be working together.
Dr. Reid. Dr. Swansea informed us of your arrival, but I could not dare to believe we'd have such good fortune. Such an honor, sir.
Thank you. And you are?
I am Thoreau Strickland, Dr. Thoreau Strickland. I'm a great admirer of your work, Dr. Reid.
Please, could you tell me something about yourself?
I'm a great admirer of your work concerning blood transfusion, Dr. Reid. I run my own experiments. I'm convinced it's the future.
What made you choose to be a doctor?
I'm not ashamed to admit you and your work have inspired me. I am honored to have the opportunity to work by your side.
It's always a pleasure to share scientific and medical knowledge with someone eager to learn. I'll be glad to help you if I can.
This epidemic may be the century's most terrible disaster, but I'm convinced that we, as doctors, are the only ones able to defeat it.
I based my technique on my mentor's research. He helped me perfect my method. What is yours?
I'd rather not talk about it. For now, it's just theories and first approach. My process is purely experimental and unsuccessful.
As long as you're cautious and methodical, you may remain empty-handed, but you won't fail.
You're not the first one to warn me, but I am convinced knowledge is the main weapon against the ravages of this epidemic.
What can you tell me about the Pembroke?
Well, it has always been an honor to work with Dr. Swansea. But with your arrival, I can't think of a better opportunity to learn about blood transfusion.
You seem quite optimistic. It's a rare and precious attitude in these difficult times.
I'm convinced that this epidemic is a test of endurance and dedication for us men of science.
Questions remain about our capacity to resolve the situation.
True. Last summer, during the first wave of the epidemic, I used to joke with Milton about the extra work. We're not smiling now.
Do you need help with anything in particular?
Well, yes, maybe. I'm waiting for a batch of products I ordered for my personal research, yet my supplier seems to have vanished.
Do you want me to play the errand boy for you?
Oh no, Dr. Reid. But if you went personally to his shop, what with your reputation and all, he wouldn't dare to refuse the products I need.
I see. Well, give me the address, for I may pass by if I have time.
Okay, no investigation.
What do you think of Dr. Ackroyd's aversion to modern medical methods?
It's a shame he's so narrow-minded. Dr. Swansea taught me that science is about exploring uncharted territory. I'm convinced that's true.
With the influenza and all that's going on, you should put your differences aside, don't you think? Why is it so difficult to work together?
I believe that if Dr. Ackroyd had been the one to discover the transfusion process, he would be the first to recommend its use.
So you believe it's just a question of jealousy and pride?
Dr. Ackroyd is as proud as he is blinded by his obsolete concept of medical science.
Sounds about right to me.
Tell me more about your willingness to experiment with new medical techniques.
Harvey Fiddick is a patient suffering from a severe injury that could cripple him if not treated correctly. I'm convinced your blood transfusion technique could help him.
What is it you really want? To save him? Or to prove your point?
Fair question. I want nothing but to save my patient, Dr. Reid. Especially since I know Mr. Fiddick's story.
This personal involvement could also appear to be a lack of impartiality. You must know that a good surgeon must remain neutral.
I agree. But that does not excuse Dr. Ackroyd's behavior. A man who did not even take time to converse with his patient.
Do you think keeping his distance was a mistake?
All I know is that I'm taking care of human beings with desires, hopes, and fears. Not some biological machine comprised of blood, bones, and flesh.
Tell me Mr. Fiddick's story.
Our first diagnosis was compromised because Mr. Fiddick lied to us about the real origin of his injury. He first claimed it was an accident.
But why would he hide such crucial information from us?
Because he is a proud father, ashamed of putting his children at risk because of his own negligence.
Good to know.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
It must be him.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reid. May I help you?
I don't know if a third opinion is needed. Your colleagues are already arguing about my condition.
I see. Would you mind telling me more about your situation?
I'm Harvey Fiddick. All I want is to get me bloody arm fixed properly.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Fiddick.
I'm just a regular guy waiting to get his arm fixed, so I can return to work and to my family.
I was more curious about what you were doing before being hospitalized.
I'm a carpenter, and a good one too. But that means I need both arms to feed my family, Dr. Reid.
Tell me about the doctors who are arguing about your case.
Strickland and Ackroyd. They both want the best for me, but there's a lot of pride there. Doctors are no different from carpenters, it seems.
What do you mean?
I often had professional arguments with rivals on a building site. Difference is, I disagreed about wooden nails, not flesh and bones.
Are you satisfied with your treatment here?
Well, it's clear that I've chosen a bad time to be injured. Forgive my bluntness, but you seem overwhelmed by cases of the flu.
I won't lie to you about it. I'm afraid we are.
Are you sure you don't want to operate yourself, Dr. Reid? I have the feeling you're very capable, and your colleagues seem to think so too.
In other circumstances, you would be right. But for now, I don't think I can take on the responsibility. My apologies. Tell me about your injury, Harvey. Why do you feel so guilty about it?
My wife died because of me. And now I may lose everything because I've been careless enough to hurt myself. What an arsehole.
How could your job be responsible for your wife's death?
I was working a double. She went out to bring me a hot meal and got caught in a German bomb raid.
You can't hold yourself responsible for your injury, Mr. Fiddick. Unless you tried to hurt yourself.
Of course I didn't hurt myself. But I can't work until my arm is fixed. My children need to eat, Doctor.
Okay.
Tell me more about the death of your wife, Harvey.
1915. I was in the army, building workshops for the Royal Flying Corps. Helen was happy I wasn't sent to the front.
What happened?
The Germans sent Zeppelins to bomb the construction site, but they missed their target. My wife was bringing my dinner when the bombs fell.
I'm sorry for your loss. So many died during the bombings. I served in France and witnessed the carnage there.
I would like to say that she didn't suffer. Truth is, I have no idea. I just know that I'm all that me kids have. Poor little bleeders.
How are your children after losing their mother?
They were smaller then. The only good thing about this is my Helen didn't bring them with her that night.
Oh. Okay, I guess that's it for that.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Helen. As for me...
Okay, got me some glass vials. Oh. Someone else over here. Here we go, in here. Let's see about these two.
Good evening, madam. Can I help you?
It's my son who needs you, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reid. How can I help your son?
I'm Beatrice Goswick, mother of Mortimer Goswick. Could you check on him, please, Dr. Reid? I've heard much of your talents as a physician.
What can you tell me about yourself, Mrs. Goswick?
Not much to say. Just take care of my Mortimer and I'll cover all the expenses. That's all that matters.
Are you really that rich? Most of the patients here are of a more humble origin, if I may say so.
Yes, thanks to my husband. May he rest in peace. I can cover any needed medical expenses.
May I ask if you have an occupation, Mrs. Goswick?
I'm a teacher by profession. I teach young women who are more ambitious about their futures than their families.
What do you think of your reception here? Any complaints?
I have had the uttermost reservations about this hospital since we arrived. But we had no other choice, considering the state of emergency.
Is there something in particular that's bothering you?
Some of the staff were not especially welcoming. I suspect they're not accustomed to dealing with patients of such social standing.
Tell me more about your arrival at the Pembroke Hospital. What gave you such a bad first impression?
The ambulance driver was quite rude, for a start. And that nurse, Miss Hawkins, seems to have quite a dubious attitude.
What do you mean?
She managed to secure a bed for my son despite the epidemic. It was a relief, but it wasn't cheap.
She charged you for a bed?
Yes, and I paid without question, considering the urgency of the situation.
I share your concern, Mrs. Goswick. Be sure that I'll talk to the people involved.
I don't expect compensation, Dr. Reid. But I'm aware such behavior would not be tolerated in other hospitals.
Well. So I can't get any more information from her.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
So let's talk to him.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reid. Can I help at all?
No.
Really? Why are you here then?
I don't want to talk. My throat hurts too much.
I suppose that this pain is the reason you're here. Is someone taking care of you?
Yes. And no.
Could you at least tell me your name, sir?
Mortimer. Mortimer Goswick.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
I'm sure you realize a doctor and his patient have to communicate, sir. Would it help if I gave you some paper and a pen?
Not really.
I see. Then maybe it's not just your throat that hurts, Mr. Goswick. Perhaps your sore throat is just the consequence of something more hurtful.
Yes, maybe. But I don't want to talk or even write about it now.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
I'll let you get some rest, then.
No.
Good evening, Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
There was a, there it is.
Why did your mother have you hospitalized here? She seems convinced this is a bad hospital.
My mother just wants the best for me. She won't rest while I'm here. She'd go all the way to hell and back to help me.
Pembroke Hospital may look unorthodox, but rest assured you're in good hands here.
It's not me you have to convince, Dr. Reid. It's my mother.
Is your mother bothering you? As your doctor, I can ask her to leave you alone if you would prefer.
That's tempting, Doctor. But you have no idea what my mother is capable of. She would tie herself to my bed if you asked her to leave.
Okay, so he's got some fatigue. I don't have what's needed to.
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
Okay, spoke to you. Wait, is this... There's something on the table. Unfinished letter. Pembroke Hospital, 2nd of November. My dear children, sorry I did not write to you before, but it hurts like hell just to write these few words on bloody paper. Don't worry, Daddy will go out of the hospital as soon as the doctor fixes his arm. In the meantime, if you need something, go see Mr. Chadwick at the construction site and tell him you are Harvey Fiddick's children. You remember Robert Chadwick, the big guy with the mustache who helped me repair the house doors last spring? Go see him and ask for a few bob. He won't refuse to spare you a few. I'm sorry I can't work anymore for now, but we'll figure out something as soon as I'm out. Don't worry, everything will be fine as soon as Daddy's arm is strong again. As soon as the doctors have fixed my arm. Let's see.
Nice sweet girl.
So,
Reads me like a book.
I got some more information there.
I'm alright. Don't waste your time with me.
I already spoke to her.
I will not let you down, my boy.
I already spoke to him. Alright, step out. Spoke to you.
Thelma Howcroft said she was being watched by vampire hunters. Where are they hiding? I should investigate.
Okay, now who are... No, yeah. Who are you?
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reid. Always a pleasure to meet a colleague, sir. Especially when he was supposedly dead.
A colleague? Are you a doctor too?
Not anymore, sir. I used to be Dr. Rakesh Chadana. Now, I'm just Mr. Chadana, pawnbroker and humble guardian of this morgue.
What do you mean, you used to be a doctor? Was your license revoked?
No, sir. It is just that I like to be precise. I run a little pawn shop while taking care of the dead. But I used to be a real doctor.
Are you afraid or uneasy being surrounded by so many corpses?
Why should I? These bodies are empty vessels. Flesh left to decay. Poof. No soul anymore. All gone.
An interesting point of view. And quite an exotic one, too. Most people fear, or at least have a respect, for dead flesh.
Sir, as a medic during the war, I learned to face my death and the death of others. It's the pain we have to tame, not death itself.
How did you get this job?
After I left the army, I worked as an undertaker down by the docks. A dangerous place with many an unpleasant business there. Milton Hooks helped me get a job here.
Okay.
Do you work here alone?
Yes, very easy work, sir. All I have to do is watch a few bodies. The situation was very different when the main morgue was still open.
Why do you have to watch these bodies?
Because these poor fellows have no names. We keep them in case someone comes looking for the missing. Sadly, very rarely happens.
Why close the hospital's main morgue?
It was for sanitary reasons after the beginning of the epidemic. Cadavers had to be moved to the nearest mass grave.
Have we met before?
I don't think so, sir. Why?
When we first talked, you said you were glad to meet me since I was reported dead.
A funny story, sir. Your sister came here a few nights ago. You were missing, and she was looking for your body. She must be very relieved now.
Ooh. Lead of her life.
A pawnbroker? I expect you get all types of people here.
Yes, sir. All kind of people. For I sell all kind of goods.
Who comes here to trade with you? It's very unhygienic, even unsafe. Diseases can spread. For the customers, for the hospital.
I'm very cautious, sir. I've been a doctor, remember? And all my clients are good people. In fact, I think I only know good people.
What kind of goods?
With the quarantine, it's not always easy to buy things. So I trade, I exchange. Some people sell, some others buy. I like to help.
Since you're not afraid of dying, do you believe in life after death, Rakesh?
No. I believe we must do all the good we can while alive. For our time is short, and the obstacles are endless.
Do you think you would enjoy immortality as a concept?
I don't think so. Don't mistake me. I love life, and I'd like to live a long life. But everything has to decay, sir. Even goodwill.
Well.
Do you really believe goodwill cannot last?
As I said, sir, everything decays. If I was to never die, goodness, I would be bored, or worse. And I like to be helpful, sir.
Quite depressing, wouldn't you say?
Yes, but the good news is, we'll all die before losing our humanity, sir.
So you're ready to die?
No, I am not. I don't fear death, for I won't see it. What troubles me is the pain my death will inflict to those I know.
You're a wise man, Mr. Chidana.
No, Dr. Reid. I am a foolish man. But I like to think otherwise.
Yeah, I like this guy. Yeah, I will not drink you. Okay, so what do you have?
Please show me what you have to sell.
Of course. It's just trinkets and curios, really. But I'm sure they can be useful.
Wait. This formula written on a piece of paper seems complex and needs to be analyzed. Okay, opium, codeine. Okay. So it's 15 apiece. Okay, so I'll take whatever this formula is. Okay, and those. Alright, thank you, Doctor. Alright, these are just bodies back here. Oh yeah, I got some words for you.
Good evening, Dr. Reid.
Wait, so I guess...
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Maybe she's not the one that charged, then. Wait, is there unknown over here? How did I miss you? Yep, looks like she's inside. Well, they are walking around, so that would explain how I missed her. Store seems to be shut.
I cannot enter.
So I can't get to her yet.
Disgust on every street.
So many things behind the desks.
Daily routine.
Alright. There's nobody in here. I can check for anything that I can make use of. There we go. What's over here? Anything over here? No. That's where the bed is. Now, let me look at the map because I know they mentioned 2 merchants. Bed's over here. Custom marker. I don't remember setting up custom markers. Okay. Okay, so as far as the first chapter, I just have to find my bed on the 2nd floor. Social circle, okay. Milton Hooks, local investigations. Missing ingredients. They seem to both be related with that. Wrong target. says on track. Ah, this direction, the one with the face. So, wouldn't this be it here?
It's locked, all right. Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody.
So this is what he was talking about. Oh. Let's go. Oh yeah, I'm not. Don't get stuck. Watch these guys. 20 meters. Yes, it would be good to have the stake out. Or switch to this. Photography in a wallet. Photography of a smiling and loving couple with a few words written on the back. Milton and Pippa forever. Or Pippa.
So, Mr. Hooks and Nurse Hawkins are an item.
Oh, okay.
Those two have hidden their affections well.
Oh, I saw something glowing over here. So I guess in this case, I just return the item to him. Got me a bit more items. Alright, let's go find this guy and then head upstairs and go to the room. That's weird. Maybe because I'm not outside? That's odd. It was showing him. He's got to be around here somewhere. There he is.
If only there were more of them.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
I have some good news, Milton.
What? The epidemic's over?
I retrieved your wallet. With all the money and a certain picture.
Well, yeah, Pippa Hawkins is my girl. So what? Is it the difference of skin color that bothers you?
Not at all, Milton.
Good. Please, take this money anyway. To remind you to keep your mouth shut. Not everybody is as broad-minded as you, Dr. Reid.
Okay.
What's going on between you and Nurse Hawkins?
Pippa's tired. Tired of all this shit. Tired of all those corpses piling up. She's as depressed as I am.
During the war, I witnessed a few couples just like you come together in difficult circumstances. It can be very damaging.
Maybe you're right. But we support each other. And that's all that matters.
You do realize you could both get fired. Hospital staff are not meant to have intimate relationships with one another.
Come on, Dr. Reid. Do you know how many rules are broken in this hospital every day just to keep it running? There's nothing wrong with what we're doing.
Okay.
Goodbye, Milton.
Alright, solve that investigation. But I think I'm gonna save doing these other side quests for after I finished this chapter. For now, I did want to get to know majority of the patients here and people. I don't think there's anyone upstairs. Okay, let's start their Swansea. It's closed off. That mean I'd be on... Well, he did say second floor. Wait, this is first floor. So I need to find my way to the second floor. Okay, there's no one upstairs. Hello. Got a hacksaw. Okay, metal file, Thomas Eldwood. Patient's face has been heavily burned and disfigured by a bomb during the war. Even with the use of strongest sedatives, he affirms to regularly endure severe pain from the wounds, as if flames are still burning under his skin, he says. Examination of the cicatrized tissues show no traces of inflammation, infection, or swelling. Scars are clean. Could be a persisting nerve damage. The patient never ceases to blame himself for his disfiguration. Could be a cause of guilt of the survivor. Phantom pain manifesting as a punishment for not dying with his comrades. So his could be a mental. Okay. Nothing there. Let's just shine off the wall. Okay, is this my room here then? Yeah, this is my room. But I need to check the other staircase over here. After I check that, I'll go to my, yep, nothing over here. Okay, so I'm gonna go to my room. Do a little checkup on my abilities.
This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin.
I like the humor.
The flower's dying. It needs water.
Article of Echoes. It's a rare opportunity and almost privilege to approach a vampire to observe their most intriguing physical and psychological traits with a scientific and rational eye. Here are some of the most fascinating abilities I've personally observed over the last 10 years while interviewing a few vampires, or Ekon, as they prefer to call themselves. Supernatural speed. A vampire can act and move like a mortal in all his actions, but the trained eye will spot that they have the keenest senses and can react quicker than any mortal. On a few occasions, alarm, surprise, necessity to flee. I've seen a vampire move so quickly it is almost as if he had vanished just to reappear somewhere else. The human eye cannot follow their movements when they act so quickly. It is not a teleport or dematerialization. It is only a supernatural speed. For me, it is a cat-like attribute which allows them to run, dodge, or jump longer and faster than us. I also notice that such speeds seem to exhaust them, and they are bound to physical limitations. Mesmerism. One of the most powerful abilities a vampire can deploy is the capacity to force a mortal to obey them. I call this trait mesmerism, but it has nothing to do with a mortal ability to alter a subject's mental state. A vampire can bend a mortal to their will, and they can even break a mind. A vampire I interviewed even told me the more a subject tries to resist, the more permanent the damage will be. Let's see, as if the vampire could literally fracture their target's psyche. The same vampire explained to me that this ability required time to master, and that the result could vary wildly from one subject to another. Implant a false memory, erase a painful one. The possibilities are endless and frightening. Blood awareness. This may be the most catastrophic ability of all concerning vampires, since it is the cause of so many tragedies for them and us. Vampires crave for blood. They must use their will to restrain themselves from frenzied drinking every drop of blood they can see. They need blood to function and to express their full supernatural traits. A famished vampire can be very weak, even if he cannot die of hunger or thirst. This urge, this need for blood, may explain why a vampire is so aroused by it. A vampire confessed to me that blood could sometimes blind him, since its smell and attractiveness can be so strong. When he focuses, a vampire can almost see blood all around them, inside warm bodies, through walls, perhaps on a supposedly clean weapon, etc. The same vampire even told me that he can see if a mortal has clean blood or is ill, and in some cases he can even sense diseases, infected clothes, or even items in a room. If this is true, I can have so many medical applications, it almost beggars belief. Okay, that's interesting. Whoa. Ancient sword with the Latin phrase engraved on the blade has been forged in. Oh, this must be for the I got for the DLC. Legend says he has, not DLC, but just for pre-purchasing. Legend says he has a blade forged before he chose the path of exile and left England with his people. Dragonbane has been passed to each new primate of the Brotherhood. It may have been used in secret ceremonies. When a primate was sent on a path of war to defeat a hostile creature, the sacred blade was supposedly lost during the schism between the Brotherhood and the Guard of Priwen in the middle of the 19th century. Seems a few copies may have been made, but this is true and original Dragonbane. Okay. So I just need one more common handle to actually make that work. Yeah. And it's not a two-handed weapon. That works out perfectly. So I guess I can make the 65. Let's just call it machete. Wait, what just happened? Some citizens may request for you. If you talk to them, they always reward your help. Why am I loading right now? Is it because I attached the sword? Wait, what just happened? Okay, yeah, my status is still healthy. Okay, dear Jonathan, I asked Nurse Crane to secure an office for you on the second floor. Please forgive the austere decoration, but Pembroke Hospital is not exactly the Ritz. Sorry to let you discover your office alone, but I need to sleep a little before going back to work. I'm just a mere mortal after all. I also gave orders to let you rest, and for the staff to never enter your room, but you will be able to sleep all day without being disturbed, and work at night without raising any suspicion. I'm afraid the place is quite messy, but you'll be able to conduct your experiments here at your own pace. You will also notice there is an open window with a scaffolding that will allow you to enter or exit the hospital without being noticed. I imagine how awfully new and disturbing this all must be for you, but believe me, I have studied enough of your species to understand what you must now be facing and feeling. Be assured I'll do whatever I can to help you in this ordeal, not that you are not completely alone facing it. I'm glad I met you, these dark times we all presently facing. I hope our future collaboration will yield great results. Welcome to Pembroke, my esteemed colleague. We shall talk soon. Yours sincerely, Edgar Griffith Swansea. I left a copy of some of my notes concerning what I discovered about Ekon in the last few years. Feel free to read about it if you need some guidance, as long as you don't use this knowledge to take advantage of me. Okay, so I already read that. I already checked in here, didn't I? Oh, wait a minute. Is it because I clicked on that? But why would it... Wait, does that mean it's gonna change? Oh, does it change my clothes when I do that? It does. It makes sense now. Okay, it makes sense now why that happened. It changes my outfit. nothing over here. Here's my workbench. Ah, okay, there we go. Blood sample. Regenerate 300 health points instantly. Oh, I like that. Okay. Barker. That's new. It's a ranged weapon. Because the noise produced when firing and the shape of the large muzzle, the pistol was conceived, crafted. Okay. It's a gun designed to quickly make many big holes in its targets. It's definitely stronger than this one that I have. Okay. Fire rate and everything else is about the same. Still need a bit more to upgrade this sword. What about this? Half a bottle of cheap gin can be recycled into components. There we go. So I got me some more components.
William Bishop's blood is much more unstable than human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened to me. I must keep on searching. The sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night. I have so much time now.
Okay, so gotta remember that the other button doesn't do that, so okay, so yeah, tomorrow, or at least yeah, the next day here, I'll need to focus on these other side quests that I opened up. Before going back to the main story, because I figured like doing at least quests also open you up to getting there we go. They open you up to, you know, getting more experience. So as far as some individuals that, you know, I can't eliminate, at least it'll help compensate. Okay, now we're talking. Duration is 5 seconds. Create an invisible barrier, absorbing direct damage until it fades or is destroyed. Okay, that would be good in a fight. You create an invisible barrier, absorbing direct damage until it fades or is destroyed. So this just increases the duration of it. Okay, so when the barrier disappears, it explodes and deals damage. The thing I'm not certain about is whether or not I'll be forced to just go one way, or if I can just actually choose both, which would be actually really exceptional for me. Increase your life regeneration when using bite in combat. I'm down with that. Alright. Oh, yeah, this, I need this. perform a supernatural move to your target and cause damage upon landing. Yeah, I want to get this. So it'll cost 1,000 for that one. So it's going to take a bit to get to here. Alright, let's see. I do need to increase my health. Stamina is still important. Blood capacity. Blood absorption. I do want to increase my damage. Okay, good. Let's get some more health. Alright, there. I think I'm satisfied with that. Okay, so I guess there's a little Tekken. Every night, the consequences of your actions may improve or degrade the district's health status. It can also be degraded due to diseases spreading among citizens. Okay, so it's definitely important for me to heal them as well. Took out that guy, so I don't have to worry about disease, and he wasn't exactly a good individual, so. The district's health status drops below a critical threshold, it will plunge into chaos. It is for you to decide of a district. Oh, so I was correct about that. Okay, good. Okay, so me taking him out, it didn't drop it down too much. Clay Clock, 30-year-old male, a lowlife with no consideration for other human beings, save perhaps his wife Edwina. He was the leader of the Wet Boot Boys, one of the toughest gangs at the East End Docks. The gang-imposed rules were only meant for outsiders, and Mr. Cox himself owned a large section of the black market that now plagues the district. As tough as he was selfish, Mr. Cox seemed to consider all human beings as prey, enemies, or tools. He considered Edwina to be his female counterpart. She was the only woman he ever respected, maybe because she was the only one who ever dared to oppose him. She was absent from his last thoughts, though, as Mr. Cox was too busy cursing the world as I killed her. Okay, good. He's gone. So the only one who's needs help is this guy right here. So I need to heal him up. Thus far, I don't have anyone else that I'd want to take out. I still haven't met two other individuals. I guess these two I'll meet them later. But for now, we're doing good. I don't have any big issues. I'll treat him later. They're stable for now. Oh wait, she's... Oh, so she's a pillar towards another area. Okay, that's interesting.
If I'm to stay here until my research is complete, I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the mortals. But what about my thirst for blood?
I'm not one to make wait, Doctor. I've patients to attend.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna leave this here. When we get back, I'm gonna focus more on doing a lot of the sides, unless they cut that down. Okay, yeah, I can still do them. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna concentrate more on doing a lot of the side missions that are available before actually doing the mission or the objective for the second chapter. So when we get back, we're gonna take care of this. Till then.